Has this ever happened to you? You tune in to watch Saints Gaming compete at your favorite title, but you end up missing it. Scrolling through Twitter to find results is just such a chore, and it looks like there's no easy way to find out everything you've missed. Luckily, there's a solution. Hi, Millie Bays here, and I'd like to introduce you to St. Clair's Bird's Eye View, the #1 show to keep up with everything about Saints Gaming. Get weekly recaps, see great highlights, hear exclusive interviews with players and staff, and so much more. That's Bird's Eye View, available in podcast or video form at a website near you.
Hello, Saints Nation, and welcome back to some more action here now today as we got St. Clair College versus the Akron Zips in some NACE Star League playoff Rocket League action. It is going to be winners quarterfinals here coming to action today. And a little bit of an update on our Call of Duty match. It is getting played out. It is getting played out here right about now. I think they're going to be starting in the next 10-15 minutes or so. Will not be on stream, unfortunately, though, because of the delays. We are actually going to be switching over to this Rocket League game. But it's a good one nonetheless over here in Rocket League. St. Clair College versus the Akron Zips. Going to be a nail-biter. What do you think about this one?
It's going to be pretty close, actually. If you remember back to the very beginning of the season, they did both play this team, and Green narrowly lost, but St. Clair did end up coming out on top of Akron later on in the brackets. So they do have a small advantage there, and I think Gold has definitely improved throughout the season. I definitely think they're going to be able to take this one. It is going to be a tough one, though. Akron, very well known for their Rocket League program. They have been very prestigious in that regard, so I definitely think they have a fighting chance here against St. Clair Gold, who has looked a little bit shaky, I have to say, especially in that first match. They did end up taking it 4-1 fashion in their first round of the NACE Star League, but definitely was times there where it was a little bit tough for them.
I completely agree with you. I'm going to be completely honest here. This game can go any way. Like, any which way. Like, it's like throwing like a bouncy ball way up in the air or something. You never know where it's going to land, and that's exactly what's happening here is because, like, this one we could see Saints go Game 7 and win it. We could see Saints 4-0 it. We could see Akron 4-0 it. We could see Akron go 7 and win it. Like, literally anything could happen here, and we wouldn't be really surprised, to kind of say the least. Personally, I love the St. Clair College versus Akron Zips matchups. I feel like we see them at least like 2-3 times a season over the various titles, and I'm always so excited when we see them because they're always absolute bloodbaths here between these two teams and just getting obviously back and forth and back and forth. And I think Rocket League now, especially out of all of them, has really proven to be some of these best St. Clair College Akron Zip matchups.
Yeah, and it is going to be similar to Call of Duty. Will be double elimination. So whatever team ends up going down here will have another chance to fight in the lower bracket. So definitely interesting to watch with these teams.
This is a little bit farther ahead in winners, actually. So if St. Clair actually does take a win here, they're going to move to winners semis, which is a little further in the bracket than where Saints COD were located at the time. Right. But we are just going to be waiting to hop into a lobby here now with these players. We should just be a couple minutes away here, and then we will be getting started.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll be starting soon. And
Okay, we're playing Stockton and not Akron here. The bracket was a little bit wrong. It's been a mess tonight. It's been absolute
Today has been one of those days where just everything that you could possibly think about going wrong ends up going wrong, and
it doesn't make it for like a terrible day. It's just more like, it's another one of these days.
It's an interesting day.
It's an interesting day, right? And, we're still very all happy to be here. We love our jobs. We love casting some NACE Star League playoff action, some NECC playoff action. With that being said, we are going to see the top left of our matchup get changed here now. That's going to be Stockton University here getting played out. And we are going to see if the Saints can actually take it on this one. So now completely reworks everything that we just talked about. Completely forget all the things that we just said. Honestly, Stockton still going to give St. Clair a run for their money, but I don't think they're going to give them a run for their money as much as Akron would.
No, I definitely think St. Clair are going to be more heavily favored against Stockton here. I think moving on in the bracket, when you start getting towards the actual semifinal or the final, that's where St. Clair is going to have more of a test, but I think they'll be able to take care of business here against Stockton. They will have a solid victory, and it'll be interesting to see how these guys fare up because we haven't really seen a lot of Gold this season on our broadcast.
No. It's on the leagues.
CCL,
yeah. We're mainly seeing Gold get featured on the leagues. I mean, obviously they're a pretty nasty team, right?
Yeah.
You got to feature them on the league sometimes, right? So it is going to be them mainly featured on CCA and whatnot because they're playing through a small pool of teams. They get a lot of opportunity to get picked up on these broadcasts. But now, actually back on the Saints Gaming CA one, I'm very excited to have them on here for tonight. Now, I'm actually wondering for production, actually wise, I'm wondering what seeds Stockton actually here is compared to Akron. Yeah, so he's going to be taking a quick little peek here in just a moment because I know the seeds for St. Clair, Stockton, and Akron are all seeds I'm kind of interested in because St. Clair and Akron, we know that's a very even matchup. So we're going to get some information here in just a moment. But yeah, I honestly, oh yeah, bracket, perfect. This is what we like to see. So Akron's 1 seed and they will take down...
They 4-0'd Akron.
What?
Holy smokes.
Okay. So... we're going in hot here now, getting ready to go in. But yeah, Stockton gonna 4-0 Akron. That's a 16 seed coming through.
That's crazy.
And so who really knows what happened there? Akron 4-1 the round before that. So anyways, we're gonna jump right into our game here, folks. And it's gonna be St. Clair and Akron here to go into winners semifinals
St. Clair and Stockton.
Oh, stop it. Yeah, sorry. Of winners semifinals here of this NACE Star League playoffs. It's been one of those. Not so much of a bones day, eh, there, John?
No, it's a no-bones day for sure. And, I mean, for me, I definitely think St. Clair are going to be favored here. But the fact that they 4-0'd Akron, obviously, we don't know if it was a forfeit maybe or if it was a clean 4-0 win. We don't really have that info.
I think it was their second game of the night or something. I don't really actually have an idea of. But, yeah, I mean, that's crazy to see a 4-0 at least coming through here, to say the least. But now we do have St. Clair and Stockton. Let's see how this one plays out. But it is going to be top G's from Stockton opening us up. And that one didn't even seem like too much happened. Fusion going to kick it back. And that is just going to be a floater into the net off of Jay's car. I didn't even see that one. But one thing I just noticed with that play call, Fusion. He's in the lineup here for today. Very exciting to see. No Spoods, I think it is, or no comp?
No Spoods.
No Spoods.
Again.
Okay. So I think Spoods was feeling a little bit under the weather a few days ago, and I think that sickness may still be underneath him. So no worries. We got Fusion in the roster, and he's going to get some assistance there on Comp's goal, and that is going to be Comp making it through a big play. Comes out here in center. The nice little redirect and sends it in there. Dark had no anticipation on where that ball was going.
Yeah, I like the little what a save he pops in here. And already these players getting familiar with each other, it should make for an exciting series here in the best of 7. And, I mean, I just want to go back. The fact that they're 4-0ing the first seed Akron is massive, right? Like, well, the implications
I want to know the details on that.
Yeah, the implications of that, regardless, are very big because we see right now they're putting on a lot of pressure on St. Clair to start us off. And already this is a lot more competitive than we saw against the last team they played. I don't quite remember who it was they played in that first round, number one. They went 4-1 against, but it seems to me like Stockton definitely putting up more of a fight in this one than they were.
Yeah, so nonetheless, it's 1-1 here to start us off here, about a minute and 15 through. But this is actually going to be a best of 7 here in the NACE playoffs, so a little bit more action to actually go through here now and more game to watch. There's another shot on net, big save from Top Cheese, and he's going to save that one from going top shelf. And now we're going to see St. Clair back on the defensive side of things. Jay going to be playing off of this one. But yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, this one, it's very similar still to Akron, kind of in my eyes. This one could go either which way. And like you were saying, I'm very interested to see if Stockton, like, how they won that 4-0 game.
Yeah, and in a sweep like that, it's very, very tough to see Akron going down in that fashion. But if they did do that, regardless how that ended up working out, the fact that they're still sweeping them in a 4-0 is very impressive. And yes, they are the 16th seed and St. Clair maybe the 9th, but I think it evens out a lot of those discrepancies between these two teams. I definitely think Jay with a nice touch here actually has an opportunity to pass towards the middle, but doesn't make contact there. Going to go towards the middle anyway. Nice save response, and Comp, and he's going to pick that one up. Comp picking up his second goal of the game here to start us off and give St. Clair a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, Comp's already on the lookout for a hat trick, and you know, the teammates have been doing a very good job of helping him set him up. He's just going to take that rebound and cleans it up. Dark Naughty will save that one off there. And, you know, it's going to lead St. Clair here now with the 1-goal lead with just 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. So lots of the game time still in play if Stockton does want to kind of get an answer back here. And you were just touching on seeds. And that's the one thing, like, I feel like in Rocket League especially, once you make playoffs, I feel like seeds should just be, like, almost forgotten about in my eyes kind of thing. Because, I mean, so far it's going to be, you know, you just saw, what was it? Akron, 1 seed, down already. And stuff like that, right? So I really think the Rocket League is a big momentum thing and a big one where it's like whatever day, like one team's looking good, they're looking good. So seeding is not going to have a whole lot of effect in this one, I don't think.
Yeah, for sure. And, I mean, playoffs for a lot of teams, a lot of sports, it just really kind of takes those seeds off the table. Yes, you do have a small advantage in the fact that you're playing against quote-unquote weaker opponents, but especially in Rocket League where I feel like a lot of it is momentum-based, it doesn't matter what seed you are. If you can get a solid start to a series like this, it's definitely going to help you out, and it can lead to better things. Jay not going to make contact on that one, just able to get outside the post. Shot going to come through. Nice save there by Bus. Will be able to stop that one and clear it out for the second.
Bousse.
Bousse?
I don't know.
Right. Bousse it is. I'm gonna. I think Bus. It's not Bussy. You sure it's not Bussy?
It's probably Bussy.
We're gonna say Bousse. I like.
But I mean, if we're
better.
fancy, Bousse.
Bousse?
Yeah. We'll
Monsieur-
start putting the French
Monsieur
accent on
Bousse.
everything. Yeah.
I like
Compe.
it.
Anyways,
I don't know about that
no,
one.
we don't know about that one. Fusion gonna be dribbling this one around his own zone. He's looking to transfer this into an offensive play, but Bousse gonna be here and playing off of this one. Jay gonna send it into the corner. Now gonna be a little bit of a battle over in that regard. Fusion though, quick on the clear. Now Jay looking to follow it up into an offensive play call, but that is gonna be quickly sent out back to the St. Clair zone.
Just over a minute left here. Both these teams fighting pretty hard. Scoring has calmed down quite a bit in the last couple of minutes. Haven't seen as much explosiveness as we did in the first half of this game. Both teams are very, very close, though. It is just over a minute left here, and no advantage found here. Oh, it's going to be a shot on net. Top cheese going to hit that top shelf with that one. Nice job on the offensive side by his teammates there to clear out the goalies.
I just love the chitter chatter in the top left. Great pass. What a save. Like, it's all just absolutely hysterical. But yeah, they're going to use that fourth player essentially as the backboard being there to help out Stockton get that goal, and now it's going to even us up in the tie game 2-2 with now under a minute remaining. I'm going to be completely honest with you here, John. I think that next goal is going to win this game, and that's 2 demos from Stockton. This could really open up their net, and there it is. But no, Cobb out of nowhere cleans that one through, and that one will not get in today. 2-2, and I'm still very bold on my prediction of next goal wins.
Comp the savior there. Both his teammates get demo, but he is there to stop that. Any opportunity there. Shot going to come through. Oh, just going to go off the post here. Jay with an opportunity here. Doesn't win the 50-50 though. Will go back into the corner. So St. Clair with a couple opportunities. Trying able to take advantage of it. Jay with the pass towards the middle. Comp looking for this one, but not going to get it. It will be cleared out here in just a second. And a couple of close calls here right at the end of the game.
Yeah, St. Clair's really had some tough bounces, I feel like, around in this offensive zone. It's really hurt them here going forwards a little bit. And a good save there, but how long will it last? That is going to be Top Cheese trying to send this one in towards the net, but will not go. And now Fusion battling for it towards this outer side. Comp looking to put this into an offensive play, but Dark is here to play off it. Jay going to swing this around to an offensive play, but maybe not. Top Cheese is there, but he can't find the play, and it's sent out back towards this Stockton zone. Comp trying to play off it. He does get the mid-air demo, but will this one touch the ground? No, but it will now. So we are going to see the overtime come into play. Now, no matter what, next goal takes this game.
Top Cheese had a chance to win the game there, but didn't opt to go for the fast shot. Wanted to try and go off the backboard and wasn't able to put it in the back of the net. So good opportunities for both sides right at the end here, but neither of them finding the opportunity. They need to put this one away and going to make this game one into overtime. It's a banger already.
Yes, this is in St. Clair territory. They're going to want to get it out of here ASAP if they do want to keep themselves alive. And honestly, game one is such a big game here, John. I mean, it's really what gets a whole start to everything in this series, and you just got to, play your whole series off of this one. So to have a 1-0 lead here to start us off would be ideal if you are St. Clair, but it's going to be very difficult as you do have a lot of players from Stockton putting a lot of pressure on your net right now. I can't even remember the last time St. Clair had a very solid quality shot.
Yeah, it's been kind of rough from the Evan on the defensive end. A couple of good demos by Dark here early on in the overtime have given them a couple opportunities, but they haven't really been able to convert that into a goal or into any quality shots. Comp with an opportunity here to go off the backboard. Going to try and look for someone in the middle. Has no boost. Going to go for the shot, but no. Not going to have any power on it, so Dark will turn it away here for the moment.
It was a great effort, though, and it does slow down this play a little bit here now, putting Stockton back into their defensive zone rather than them in the offense. So good stuff from St. Clair to at least ease that pressure off of their zone. But now they're having a little bit of difficulty trying to set something up in mid. Jay actually not going to be able to connect on that ball. So it's going to be Fusion trying to center it in, and that's a good center. But Dark is going to be there to shut that one down. Comp going to follow it up with the center of his own, though. And that is once again going to be Bousse cleaning that one up in the corner. And Jay now looking to play off this one still. But so far now it's a battle in Stockton territory.
They can't get this ball out of the corner. They finally get it through the middle there. Comp just going to put it down, actually. There. Fusion with a lot of boost. A good opportunity here. Going to go off the ceiling. Going to look for it. No. Going to get turned away by Bousse there. Going to go towards the middle, but not anyone there to put it in the net. So good opportunity here. 2-on-1 here. Can they stop this one? Jay will be here on the back check to stop that one. Dark with an opportunity up here in the air. Can he find the tip? No. Going to get turned away. And again, Stockton pushing forward, but can't put that ball in the back of the net.
This is getting so scary if you're Stockton. And that's a great shot, but a better save. Bousse going to send that one through and stop that play from happening. We're over 2 minutes in overtime here now, John. Game one is really going to set the storyline for this series as we know how things are going to go here now. Would not be surprised to see a game 7 if both teams keep playing like this.
So tense, so close here in game number 1. Comp with a chance here. Going to go for the shot, and Top Cheese gonna stop that one too. Their defensive effort so far in this overtime has been magnificent, and this looks like a shot gonna go on net. That's gonna be a top cheese. Gonna find the back of the net, pick up his hat trick here in OT, and put Stockton up 1-0 in this series.
Yeah, top G's the only one finding goals there for the side of Stockton. And St. Clair really just can't find a way to shut them down. So that is going to be 3-2, 1-0 to start us off here in the series. But if you're St. Clair, I don't think you're crazy concerned as of yet. But it does get a little bit concerning there because you do drop game one. A game that you're really looking to win here to advance further into playoffs. But Stockton really going to be giving you a run for your money here. They will take that game number one, and they are looking to turn things around here now going forwards. But like, what do you do if you're St. Clair, right? I feel like they really got stuck into a defensive trap, and they just need to keep going and commit a little harder on the offense. I just want to see them just getting a little bit more committed on the ball. And when we were in that overtime, it saw like they were getting a couple half decent shots, but they were very scared to leave that defensive side. I think you gotta take a little bit of the risk and play that offense, try to hammer a goal in. You see Stockton do it there, they get rewarded with a goal, and that is going to put them up 1-0 in the series.
Yeah, I think Top Cheese with the hat trick there was a star player for Stockton, found those opportunities you needed to and able to put the ball in the back of the net. And St. Clair, I feel like a lot of times got stuck in their rotation being on the defensive end and weren't really able to get that third hit. And a lot of times it seems like they got that second one in off the backboard, off the post, but there wasn't anyone else to put that in the back of the net following up because they wanted to have that defender back for that rotation, and it kind of hurt them in the offensive process. Yes, it was still a 2-2 game. It still went to overtime, and it was a very, very close one, but it's just those little micro mechanical details and that you need to work on if you're going to be able to get ahead. And Stockton right now, with an advantage in this series, is huge. They're on a 5-0 win streak so far tonight, so it is very, very pivotal for St. Clair to try and stop this momentum train from moving forward.
I completely agree. We're going to take a quick little timeout, though, in between these games, so bear with us there in that regard. But Stockton, like you were saying, 5 unanswered game wins for them. They're looking to turn things around here now, St. Clair being the team that's looking to turn things around here now, as Stockton, they got to get shut down, and St. Clair, they do want to advance here now into winner semifinals after this. They will have to keep winning some games, but nonetheless, we are going to send this one to a quick little break here in between game number 1 and 2. So my name's Jackson Pride Brown, joined alongside John Billabang Zudima. We'll be right back with you guys in just a couple minutes. Sorry about that, everybody, but we're back in action here now. Just a little short break there, and you never know when these Rocket League players are going to actually start their game or find goals, apparently. Thank God we switched when we did. Comp going to be putting us on the board here early with one of his own, and that is going to start St. Clair up 1-0 in this game number 2. Exactly the start they needed to answer back after dropping game number 1 in OT.
That's what I really like to see there was the fact that they were able to push the goals out of the net there with a lot of teamwork, and they were able to get that goal in. All on comp, a lot of the aerial stuff, but the fact that Jay was able to shove the goalie out and then gave them that opportunity to put that ball in, and that's what Stockton did twice in that first game, was the fact that they not only used good aerial skills, but they got someone towards the goalie, forced them out, and Comp going to find the back of the net again. Already 2 goals here in game number 2, has 4 goals on this series so far, and he is popping off for St. Clair here to start us out.
He essentially says, top G's, you can on a hat trick, I can do it too.
Yep.
He's going to start himself with 2. And I think Comp's actually the only one that scored goals for St. Clair as well.
Yep.
There's only been 2 players that scored goals in the series, and we've seen what now, like 7 goals, and there's only been like 2 players that have scored them. It's going to be 3 for Comp here, or 4 for Comp here now so far in this series, and then 3 for top G's. So absolutely crazy stuff, and you're going to see both these players absolutely just keep the offensive pressure alive here.
Yeah, it looks like St. Clair will be back on the defense here for a second. Bousset going to get the demo on Comp, going to pass towards the middle, but no one going to be there. They can't put that ball in the back of the net. A perfect opportunity. And again, it goes towards the net, but nothing there. So that third hit just not available for Stockton there. A chance to cut this deficit in half, not able to take advantage of it.
Yeah, for sure. So here we continue to see this one getting played through. It's going to be St. Clair now leading still 2-0, but 3 minutes and 45 seconds remain on the clock. Lots of time for Stockton to still make a comeback and get something to work here in this game number 2. We'll see what happens. It is going to be the side of Stockton now looking to set this one into a little bit more of an offensive pressure. Top Cheese trying to find the play here, but Comp going to quickly set that one off. Now Fusion playing on the back line. That's going to be a nice shot, but going to be quickly deflected. Now St. Clair still continuously playing this goalie defense. Jay, nice little one to roll that off the back of his car, and it's going to completely mess up Stockton play and actually put St. Clair on the offense.
I really like how they started off this game just because St. Clair was down in this series 1-0, and looks like they were just riding kind of this momentum forward. They weren't really losing any games. They're 5-0 for Stockton in the last 5 games. So it's good that St. Clair started off with a couple goals, get themselves a bit of momentum, but that's going to be Top Cheese again finding the top shelf here. And another goal for these two players. Top Cheese
8 and
Comp have so many goals in this series, 8 combined between the two of them. That is the offensive drive for both these teams. Jay almost getting that one, not able to, but someone's going to have to stop these two guys right now because there is nobody in their way.
Whatever player from whatever team finds the next goal that isn't those two wins the series.
Yeah, that's a bold prediction, but I think it's accurate.
Honestly, like at this point in time, like we see the defensive efforts and the playmaking from everybody else besides Top Cheese and Comp right now. But other than that, it's just absolutely finishing there. It is going to be Jay with a big save there as well. So 2-1 here, and St. Clair now with only a 1-goal lead. They might be putting a little bit more onto the offensive side of things now, and not as comfortable of a lead that they do have. So we might see things getting a little bit more aggressive for the side of St. Clair, but as of yet, we're going to approach the halfway marker, still a 2-1 scoreline.
Yeah, Jay was very, very lucky to save that one. He actually missed it off the backboard, but then was falling down towards the net and just managed to get a piece of it. So St. Clair saving their lead there by the skin of their teeth. Comp with a chance here to go for a hat trick, has the aerial touch, will get it, but not going to go in. Going to be cleaned up here. Comp off the goalie, off the post, and out. Another chance for St. Clair to extend this lead. Turned away by the side of Stockton here, staying within striking distance. Shot, no, Comp not going to go for it, and it's going to be cleared out here. But a lot of offensive pressure here for St. Clair, are pushing the limits here, trying to find this third goal. Yeah,
these shots are so nice. It's just so unfortunate some of the bounces they've been getting or some of the ways these balls have been going, but it's going to result in this one still being a 2-1, but a lot of time being burned, like you were saying, for the side of St. Clair. This is really going to benefit them because they do have the lead here in this game, but not anymore, as Bousset going to score that one 2-2. Back into the same position we were last game around, and actually it's going to be Stockton, first team to find a goal that is not Top Cheese or Comp.
And I mean, honestly, Top Cheese set up that entire goal. He got the pass, bumped 2 players out of the net, and then hit the third one himself. So, I mean, really, yes, it was Bousset getting that goal, but Top Cheese getting all the credit. And these two players, Comp and Top Cheese, have had such big impacts on these first 2 games. I really want to see some other players step up here and make a difference, because if they can start moving forward for their respective teams, that's going to be the big difference maker.
Yeah, 100% there. So 80 seconds to remain, and next goal probably going to win once again, to be completely honest. You're probably going to see 2 3-2 games back-to-back in my eyes, unless we see a lot of offensive action coming here in the next minute or so. But as of now, I mean, whoever scores this next goal is going to be huge with it, and the over-rotation from St. Clair is going to allow Dark to essentially have one for free.
Yeah, I think Comp there bumped it past his teammate. A little bit of miscommunication there. Fusion wanted to go for that ball, but unfortunately just wasn't able to get to it, and that caused a goal for
That's a killer
Stockton.
for St. Clair.
That is a killer.
3 in a row for Stockton. St. Clair opens up this game leading by 2, and it immediately gets answered back on by 3 from Stockton. This is where you have to find something to at least tie this one up and force an OT if you are St. Clair in this game, but it's not going to be an easy task by any means necessary. That's almost a 3rd goal for Stockton, but luckily saved for the side of St. Clair. They are going to transfer this into the offensive here now, but Dark going to be the one playing off it initially. Going to make it very hard for St. Clair to try to transfer this into an actual goal. It's going to be sent back over towards the zone, but Bousset quickly sending it back towards St. Clair territory.
Just over 30 seconds left here. Saints trying to find a goal here. They had the lead. They gave it up in this game. Oh, Comp. Chance to put it back to his net, but not going to find it. Bousset going to go for this hit off the ground. We'll get it underneath the player there, but St. Clair with a chance to possess it here in just a second. Just a little bit of time left. Can they turn this one around? Can they tie up the series, or will Stockton go up 2-0?
Hey, St. Clair literally needs no time at all to at least try to force an overtime here. They can do this one with literally 0 seconds on the clock, and they'll be fine, but it all comes down to just, like, finding it here now, right? You have 7 seconds. You got to get this out of your zone right now. Fusion's going to do just that. He's going to send it over to Comp. Now, Comp's got to keep it up in this Stockton territory, but I think that might be calling it here, as this one should be touching the ground in just a few seconds. They're trying their very best, but there it is. Touches the ground. That is going to be 2-0 lead for Stockton in this series. This is very concerning if you're St. Clair.
Yeah, and the fact that they had a significant lead in this game and just gave it up there in the last couple seconds. Obviously, I think it was just really well played there by Stockton, but more than anything, mistakes from St. Clair. You saw Dark, that third goal was basically free just because of the little miscommunication there between Fusion and Comp, and that really resulted in them losing that one. So
I agree.
I think looking forward, they have to clean up those micro mistakes if you want to try and come back in this series.
We see that one being that goal doesn't come through. We're probably in overtime right now, to be completely honest with you. So it's tough to really say when you're with the Saints roster here right now, but just got to clean things up a little bit more, right? And I said that they had to maybe get a little bit more aggressive, but not that aggressive enough that it allows Stockton to get freebie goals kind of like that. So we'll see what St. Clair is able to do here going forward. Though we are going to have a clean slate in game number 3, but they can't allow Stockton to take another one in a row. If you're St. Clair here, you have to stop things right here, right now.
All are going to go towards the St. Clair net. They will clear it out for the second here. Jay can have an opportunity to push it forward. He does. We'll get that ball towards midfield. Gets boost as well, actually. He has a chance to score a goal. There's no one in net, and he gets a free one there. Jay picking up his first goal of the series in St. Clair. Again, putting themselves in the lead here to start us off in game 3.
Yeah, that's great stuff there from Jay to put in the work there for the guys over at St. Clair to at least get an opening goal. But to be completely honest, we saw this exact same thing in game number 2, and it still didn't work out in the Saints' favor. They just have to play off of these leads that they have now here, John. I mean, they had a 2-0 lead in that last game and ended up losing 3-2, so how can they do to play off this lead? It's not going to be that. Top Cheese goes top shelf once again, and it is now going to be a tie game, 1-1. Top Cheese cannot be slowed down right now from the side of Stockton. Comp just going to get rolled over, and Fusion tries for the save, but just a little bit too far away, and now it's going to be 1-1.
Yeah, so, I mean, for me, that was just a mistake there by Comp. He went for the boost and didn't end up getting that flip properly out. He was kind of stuck in that corner, and that really was why Top Cheese found that goal. He's going to go for another one, though. Going to be tipped by a teammate there. And he's going to find the back of the net with a little bit of help from St. Clair. So, just a misplay there by Jay trying to stop Top Cheese from getting that touch, but ends up putting it past his own goalie. And 2-1 now lead for Stockton. That one goal lead that they had just evaporated in a second.
Yeah, and that's why I said that they needed to do something about maintaining it. You know, St. Clair hasn't really had a huge problem of maybe finding some of these early goals and getting a lead for themselves. It's just, it seems as if things kind of fall apart near this mid-game area, end-game area, that they just got to, you know, stay a little bit more consistent, clean things up, and play their game. And the biggest thing is, over time, the St. Clair players, it seems as if they lose their like chemistry or something like that, like the rotations. They play it in a very tight knit. They're playing things very good, and then we get to like the last minute or two, and things get way too hectic for them. And next thing you know, the whole play call is lost, and it's going to allow for the side of Stockton to find a third here now. Top Cheese going to be on the hat trick, and this man just can't be shut down here right now. And we said St. Clair needs this game, and I still think they need this one. They need to find a few goals here quick because they can't afford for Stockton to lead this series 3-0.
Yeah, and I really think the difference maker here is that they got that one goal lead, and both in the last game when they were up and this game, they go into like kind of this defensive shell where they try and protect their small lead they have, and it means that you kind of get this barrage of shots coming through for Stockton, and eventually, yes, you can't stop a lot of them to play more of that defensive role, but the problem is one of them will eventually go in the more they hammer it in, and you see in this one, it only took a couple tries for Stockton to find the back of the net. Once they did, the snowball kept rolling, and they keep pushing this offense. I think that's something that Stockton is doing that St. Clair is not, is when they get these lead, they don't take the foot off the gas. They keep pushing forward. They keep going for these offensive tries, and it works out for them. So I want to see St. Clair moving forward, playing more of that offensive role, looking for the opportunities even when you have the lead and not trying to stay back and just coast on your small lead that you get.
Yeah, and you know, when we first looked at this bracket here before we actually hopped into this game, we see Stockton 4-0ing Akron Zips, and we're wondering to ourselves, right? Like, okay, what's going on here? Well, I think we're kind of starting to realize here now, Stockton might be peaking here, John. I mean, this is absolutely unreal what we're seeing, and this is the best time to peak if I'm going to be completely honest. This is NACE playoffs, baby. But yeah, it's going to be Stockton leading 3-1 in this series here, or sorry, 3-1 in this game, 2-0 in the series, looking to make it 3-0. They 4-0'd the 1-seed Akron Zips. Who is this roster right now from Stockton? Like, yes, we know these players. They are solid players, but they aren't like this. They were not playing like this here throughout this regular season and whatnot, and I'm very, very surprised to see this come here in play from them, and part of me wishes that we actually were playing Akron here now.
Top Cheese has been ridiculous in this series. He has, I think, 8 goals now. It's something crazy. So I think he really has been the difference maker. Today is just his day. He's stepping up when he needs to in these Star League playoffs, and he is the big difference maker so far in this series. And Comp, as good of a player as he is just, he's trying to match him, but 8-goal pace is really hard to match.
Yeah, it makes things very, very difficult to play against there, 100%. And 8 goals, like you were saying, is you can't even really come close to that here right now in this game without, completely changing the whole tide of it. But it is going to be St. Clair with only 1 minute and 45 seconds to work with here now to find 2 goals. So time is slowly becoming of the essence, but time doesn't really matter anymore now. Dark gonna find another 4-1 for Stockton. St. Clair now need to find 3 goals in order to at least send this one to an overtime with like under 1 minute 45 remaining. John, it's literally St. Clair against the world here at this point.
Yeah, it looks like St. Clair has just run out of gas in the tank. No pun intended. But there just doesn't really seem to be that fire they had. And especially you've seen at the beginning of these games, both 2 and 3, St. Clair found that early lead. And it just seemed like after they find that lead, they kind of don't push on the gas. They just slow down a lot. And that's going to be a goal for Jay, though.
That's big.
He's going to find his second one of the game and hopefully get some momentum back in their favor and get their confidence back up to try and come back in this one.
That really just makes this one a little bit more doable here again, right? I mean, with down by 3 just 10 seconds ago looks a lot worse than down by 2 10 seconds in the future. So it is now going to be only trailing by 2. They got to find about a goal every 45 seconds here to at least force an OT. And we'll see if they can do that, but it is going to be a lot of battles here in midfield. And the biggest thing is for St. Clair right now, in my opinion, is spend as little time as possible diddle-daddling and just get these shots on net. You got to get into this one of the offense as soon as possible and just start firing away with whatever you can.
Looks like they're going to put it towards the net here. Save.
Oh,
no.
man.
Dark going to put it in
Wow.
the back and then find his second in the game and put Stockton up 5-2. And just when St. Clair gets that goal, Stockton has an answer for them as soon as they're there. And, that's just unfortunate. Tried to clear it off the goal line, but Dark was still there.
Fusion had the right idea, right? He goes to kick that one out, and it was a really good effort, but like you were saying, he is just right there for the side of Stockton to just bank it in, and that is going to put them up by 3 here once again. And I think that might be putting the nail in the coffin slowly but surely here also, John, because as much as St. Clair has this in the offensive territory right now, they still got to find 3, but now make it 2. We're back into a doable position once again.
Jay with a beautiful shot here, picks up his hat trick here in game number 3, and this is what we're looking for, right? We're looking for someone else to step up on St. Clair, and Jay is trying to do it right now. Has 3 goals in this game, the only 3 goals for St. Clair. Again, puts them within 2 here with just under a minute left, so still doable territory, but St. Clair are going to have to find one soon because they just haven't had the momentum at any point in this game, and every time they've scored, Stockton has had an answer, so they need to find one here very quickly, or else this one's going to be over and they're going to be going to look at a reverse sweep in the future.
Yeah, and looking at a reverse sweep is like staring a devil in the eyes, in my opinion, right? Like, it's nearly like, okay, we know we can get past this. We know this is winnable, but we're going to have to go to hell and back to get this win here. And you're going to see exactly that. As with only 20 seconds remaining, Saints are going to need at least 2 goals here in these next 20 seconds. And I mean, I don't know if they're going to be able to find it, especially with Dark setting this one into that zone. That goal going in is going to put the nail in the coffin here in this game. Stockton going to take game number 3, in my opinion, personally. I think you're going to agree with me on that one, John. With only 14 seconds remaining, Stockton, sure. I just don't think there's any hope for St. Clair in this game number 3 at least, but they will have a clean slate in game 4. The issue is, got to win 4 straight to be able to clean up the series now. Such a difficult task.
Top Cheese is at 9 goals right now. That's more than St. Clair has total in the entire series.
Yep.
He is on fire right now. And we were talking about before the series even started, the 4-0 on Akron. How is that even possible? But I think it's because Top Cheese is on another planet right now. He's playing so well for Stockton here, and that's going to be it for this one. They will take it to a game number 4, and St. Clair looking for the reverse sweep here. Stockton looking to move on in the NACE playoffs in the upper bracket.
Yeah, so if you look at the right side there, it actually, or on the screen right here, you can actually see the MVP of the match. Top Cheese, of course, being this one. Top Cheese was also the MVP in games 1 and 2 here. So, I mean, 3 for 3 on the MVPs here is really helping out this side of Stockton. I just want to emphasize how much of an impact he is having on this game, but I think that all the viewers are kind of getting the idea here now. So it is going to be all up here now to J, Comp, and Fusion to come through in this game number 3, I believe it is here. Game number 4, sorry, I believe it is here now. And St. Clair in the blue, and it's going to be Stockton in the orange trying to get things started. St. Clair got to win 4 in a row, and you know what? It's going to be far from easy for them.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough road here, and they will stop. I believe they have to swap back to the other server, so we'll just pause here for a second. But now, 3-0 for Stockton here. St. Clair, very, very tough task ahead of them. And, I mean, we were shocked the fact that they 4-0'd Akron. We were completely shocked. The 16th seed against the first seed.
Nobody should be 4-0'ing Akron, right?
But, I mean, what we've seen right now, Top Cheese is so ridiculously good right now in this day. Like,
I think it's
there's nobody
peaking,
stopping
like I was
him.
saying,
He's
right? Like,
peaking.
you know, it's a word that I hate to use in my
Yeah.
eyes because, like, I feel like it's a kind of like a way out of calling someone good, right? Is saying, you know, they're they're
peaking.
peaking or something
Yeah.
like that. But no, like they're just playing very, very well here right now. Something that I haven't really seen from, like, I haven't casted him a phenomenal amount, but I've casted him a couple times, and it's just something that I haven't really seen from him before on this level. I think you can see the confidence in his play, and it's helping him so much because once he found those first couple, they just rolled in after. Once they 4-0 Akron, like they're 7-0 in map counts here on the day. Like the confidence is literally astronomically high. It's been skyrocketed into the sky, and there is no taking it away from Seton Hall. But one thing that, or not Seton Hall, what do I mean by that? Stockton, sorry. But it is going to be St. Clair. If they can just take one game on Stockton here, then it's all going to crumble from there. I feel like. I think it all comes down to St. Clair starting off one game.
You need to shut down Top Cheese, whether that means by demoing him 8 times in this game just to drive him into the ground. If that's what you need to do, that's a good plan, because right now he is the difference maker so far. He has scored 9 out of the 10 goals from, I think it was 9 out of the 11 goals for the side of Stockton, so like a ridiculous amount.
Yeah, it's
if you can
like
shut
that.
him down, that would be so huge, and that really is going to be your way back in the series.
Yeah, I completely agree. So, Game 4, must win one for the Saints, or else they will be packing their bags and dropping to that loser's bracket. But with that being said, it's still a lot of hope here for the Saints. The Rocket League is definitely the game that I'd say it's probably one of the easier ones to pull off a reverse sweep in, but it's still going to make things for a difficult task. A lot of battles here in midfield for this ball, but it's going to result in St. Clair able to find a shot. Top Cheese easy on the save. He's been playing both sides of the ball here fairly well here tonight.
Yeah, he's been the star player for Stockton so far. St. Clair looking for comp, looking for Jay, looking for Fusion. One of them to step up here, start this reverse sweep in good footing. But this is the first time we haven't seen St. Clair actually get a goal early on in the game. We saw the first 3, they had the advantage early on, and they just weren't able to do anything with it. It ended up being answered back pretty quickly by Stockton here. And I think that's been the key story too, is the fact that every time St. Clair scored a goal, Stockton has had an answer for them within 20, 30 seconds.
When St. Clair finds a goal, Stockton increases their aggression onto the play, and it just makes it that, you know, like you were saying, they're going to answer back right away almost nearly every time. One thing I really want to see in this game, if you are the Saints, is I want to see that mixture of Jay and Comp both hammering the offense out. I think Fusion is a pretty good player playing that backline, playing things to save the day. Obviously, if you are from the sides of Jay and Comp, you can still play that defensive position there a little bit as well. But I want to see them really start to maybe take a little bit more here on the aggression side of things and make some making plays together, right? You know, they came to St. Clair in the very beginning of this semester as a package duo, and I want to see them really put that to use and get some nice one-timer goals or whatnot there. Nice shot there from Jay, but that's going to be Bose completely shutting that one down for the side of Stockton. Now nearing the halfway marker in this game, and we're still looking at a tied game, 0-0. A little bit of a much slower game, actually, from what we're used to.
Yeah, nice demo there by Jay on the goalie. Unfortunately, ball just wasn't fast enough to get in there. Was a good try, but just not enough. Looks like a lot of offensive pressure so far here for St. Clair, though, which is really good. As long as they can keep the ball out of their own half, they have a good chance to try and take this one. It looks like a low-scoring affair so far, just over halfway in. I definitely think here, both teams playing on edge. It is match point here, series point for both of these for the side of Stockton. So St. Clair going to have to be careful how they play, but have to play aggressive because you need to win all 4 of these games. So you can't afford to just sit back and relax for a little bit, take a breather. You need to press Stockton for everything you have because you need to put everything you can into this ball and into the back of the net.
Yeah, I'm seeing more of the aggression come here in this one from St. Clair, at least, and they're really doing a little bit better of a job there in that regard, but it's really just comes down to them to be able to find the cleanup and find that goal, and it's making things very, very difficult here right now. Time is continuously ticking. It's going to be Stockton here now. Once again, on the offense, that one's almost going to dribble in, but not going to go, and I mean, man, what do you do if you're St. Clair in this position? Like, it's just back and forth, back and forth. Stockton gets the offensive opportunities, and then St. Clair is just kind of gets some immaculate shot from the side of Stockton let in, and they're screwed. Just like maybe one of these, but wow, no, big saves come through from Fusion.
This is where St. Clair is comfortable, though. This is the style they've been playing. Is very slow ball, and yes, there are a lot of shots coming through here for Stockton in a couple tense moments, but so far St. Clair's been able to stop them. Oh, Fusion able to stop it, able to get that one out off the post. What a save by Fusion, keeping St. Clair in this game calm with a chance to shoot here, but not going to be able to take it. Bussy going to stop that one for the moment. Fusion going to put it towards the net here with a chance. The 3 goalies are stuck there. A good chance, but they will be able to clear it out here in just a second. Never mind. Not going to be able to make contact with Jade, unable to put it back in the net. So looks like pretty back and forth here so far. Just under a minute left here. St. Clair fighting for their playoff lives here, trying to put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, and you will see, obviously, Stockton still really trying to keep this aggressive pressure on here now. 45 seconds on the clock. Next goal probably going to take this one, to be honest here. As, you know, whoever will find this next goal is going to have a huge advantage here in the series. That was so close.
How did he save that?
But Jay will send it away. Great stuff from the Saints.
I can't believe Jay saved that. He's come up so clutch with these saves in this series so far. And just 30 seconds left. Stockton trying to seal off the series, go for another 4-0 sweep against the higher seed here. St. Clair trying to claim a game back here, stop this winning streak in its tracks, and take the reverse sweep starting out here. But neither team able to get advantage. Looks like overtime may be on the cards.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. As 8 seconds remain, this one still has an opportunity to go in, but it's going to be very, very difficult to keep it off the ground and find a goal with it. And with all the defense coming through, it's going to touch the ground there right in front of Stockton net. And we're going to overtime here now, John. What a time to go overtime. It's literally, you know, score or go home if you're St. Clair.
It's been such a weird game, too. We've seen such a high-scoring series. This one, 0-0 all the way through. Both teams fighting so hard, just couldn't find the back of the net. Really good defensive effort here. But this is it for the Saints. They need to win this one or they will be dropping to that lower bracket. Stockton looking to clean up their entire series today, 4-0 against Akron, looking to go 4 against the Saints as well, trying to seal up this game. And if you go sweeps in both series against higher seeds, that is so big for your confidence moving forward in the playoffs.
Yes, completely agreed once again with you there, John. So now we got about 40 seconds into overtime here now, and still not a whole lot. Top Cheese does get a nice little demo there to try to create an opening for Stockton, but he will not find anything with it. He is going to get some juice.
Oh, no!
Oh, my God, but it doesn't capitalize on it. Stockton could have ended the series right then and there, but it wasn't able to go. Now Top Cheese going to get another demo on a fusion, but Comp is coming in with an aggressive play. Going to be sent in front of the Stockton net, quickly kicked away. Comp off the crossbar, not enough. Now is over back towards the Saints zone. Fusion can get deked out in the midfield. Dark, and we do have a center coming through here. Actually, but Comp going to slow this ball down here a little bit in the corner. Bousset trying to find this one, but it will be quickly sent back into Saints zone. Jay playing off it here now, and these are just midfield battles for the ball essentially at this point. This is still anybody's game to win.
This is a close one. Top Cheese beat everybody on St. Clair there, but just couldn't beat his teammate. Dark came through and stopped him from scoring that one. So he's going to have a word with him after the game, I'm sure. But, I mean, regardless, still a really good chance there. Top Cheese has slowed down quite a bit in this one. Hasn't scored any goals. We've seen him score 10 goals so far in this series. Just hasn't been able to find the back of the net here in game number 4. Neither has St. Clair. Looking for someone to step up here in overtime. Not too many good quality chances just yet, though. And team's still trying to find their footing.
St. Clair's been heavily stacking the defensive side consistently throughout this series, and I don't know how I feel about it, but that's a good shot, and it's going to go. Comp finds it, and we're going to a Game 5. St. Clair able to put one at least onto the board here. Now going to make this series a 3-1 game. And provide St. Clair a little bit of hope here now. Rather than having to reverse sweep a best of 7, now they have to reverse sweep a best of 5, essentially, is the way I'm looking at this one. You're going to have to win 3 in a row still here. But 3 in a row is a lot better than 4 in a row. Like I said, it all starts with 1, and it's just all about taking the momentum away there from the other team, right? So no goals being allowed in that one from Stockton, I think is really going to be a big momentum killer for them and a big momentum, gainer for St. Clair. But I'm still just very skeptical. I'm very, very, very skeptical here, John, because St. Clair didn't make that one look pretty. They didn't make that one look clean whatsoever. Stockton really giving them a run for their money. And if anything, arguably, Stockton had some of the better opportunities in that game.
Yeah, and I think even that last goal there that scored in overtime, that wasn't really a very great goal. It was just Top Cheese making a mistake, not able to get on that ball, and his teammate not able to get to it either. So it was just kind of a gift that they were given by Stockton. And we've seen so far in the series, Stockton not making very many mistakes. So St. Clair needs to keep taking advantage of the small mistakes that Stockton is making if they want to try and come back in this series. They are still down 3-1. They have a long road ahead of them if they want to try and move on in this winner's bracket.
Yes, 100%, and it is going to be Fusion actually looking to find the net here early in this one, but Top Cheese quick on the save, so we will not see that one as of yet, but still going to be in Stockton territory. Fusion looking to potentially find another shot onto it, but once again, will not be able to follow through with it, and now Comp is going to be playing that one towards his zone. A good shot from Stockton, but that one is not going to connect onto the net as well, so a lot of missed shots here early in the first 30 seconds of this one.
Yeah, a couple opportunities for Stockton to get ahead. Haven't really been able to take advantage of it so far. And St. Clair doing their part on the defense, which we've seen them step up here in the last couple of games, especially the last one with the shutout coming through. Top Cheese the chance here, going to go off the backboard, trying to find someone under the net, but doesn't manage to find anyone, so will be turned away for the moment by St. Clair. But again, just no offensive pressure right now for St. Clair. The clears aren't coming through they aren't being able to get past half here, and just so much pressure being put on here by Stockton means they aren't able to take advantage of it. Fusion with opportunity, though, going to go for the shot, but Dark going to be there for the save.
Yeah, very good stuff there from Fusion to try to find one to hit the back of the net. But like you were saying, Dark come through with a big one. Dark actually going to translate this into an offensive play, but Fusion going to shut him down in the air. Now Top Cheese trying to find his goal in this game as per usual, but he's going to get shut down by Jay there in that play. So now still looking at a 0-0 scoreline, about a minute and a half through things. So pretty slow. And once again, I mean, we've seen a lot of 1 and 2 goal games here throughout this series here, John, especially that last one. 0-0 for about 6-7 minutes until we actually do finally see Stockton make a mistake, St. Clair capitalize on it, and that's going to be the goal. And I think that's going to be the storyline of the remainder of this series, is both teams playing very, very passive. One team makes a mistake, and then teams go crazy to try to capitalize on that mistake.
Yeah, for sure, and it's totally radically different than the beginning of the series was. The beginning of the series was mostly people just going for these shots consistently, putting it towards net. Yes, it did cost them in a lot of scenarios, but the fact that you're getting shots to net, you're kind of testing your opponents out, seeing when or where they want to go, how they rotate and stuff like that, and getting to know your opponents better. And I think as we've gone throughout the series now, this is when you kind of know how your opponents play, where they move up, how they rotate, and how you can take advantage of it. And that's why you see a more defensive role and just looking for those mistakes that you know are going to be coming.
Yeah, I completely agree with you once again there, John. So we're going to see Comp send this one into that Stockton territory, but going to be quickly deflected away. Now Fusion trying to translate this into a little bit of a play, but that is going to be sent back out towards midfield off the backboard. Jay going to be able to maybe find a shot, but no, sent to the side onto the backboards. And Comp with one high speed off his car, but going to be sent away once again as well. So we're going to remain on a 0-0 scoreline. We've been over halfway through this game here now already, and still a scoreless one at that. So I mean, over the last, like 10 to 12 minutes of play, we've seen, like, 1 goal in our last, like I was saying, 10 to 12 minutes. So, I mean, both teams have really started to pick up this defensive pressure, slow down offensively. And, I mean, 1 goal has such an impact here now in this series as a whole.
And I think this is a lot better play style for St. Clair. The fact that you're slowing it down a little bit, allowing them to get these rotations through, shore up some of their mistakes. And I mean, for me, I think, oh, that's going to be a shot on net, though. No one going to be there. Dark going to pick up the first goal for Stockton. A nice demo on net there, and it pays off in dividends for the side of Stockton there. You see Top Cheese and a nice demo on the goalie, and it does mean they go up 1-0. And that's scary, especially when there's only been that 1 goal in the last 10 minutes.
Extremely. Very, very extremely. You know, we were just touching on that point, the 1 goal in the last 10 minutes. Well, now it's going to be 2. But, you only have 1 minute and 40 remaining. St. Clair, they haven't been able to consistently find goals here throughout this series as of yet. It's more or less whenever they're waiting, they wait for Stockton to make the mistakes, and then they capitalize on it there. And essentially, Stockton only has a minute and a half left to make a mistake that St. Clair can capitalize on, and it's going to be very, very hard for St. Clair to do this one. I think that if you're St. Clair here now, despite it only being a 1-goal game, I think we should start seeing St. Clair see more of these double commits and potentially even triple commits onto some of these plays, and just try to find an aggressive one in the back of the net. You know, a few months ago when we first started watching this Saints Gold roster, we see a lot more aggression out of them. I think that a lot of that's changed here in this. Some for the good, some for the bad, and I think that Stockton playing against St. Clair's, passive aggression kind of here is really benefiting Stockton.
Just under a minute remaining here. St. Clair down a goal, looking to try and turn this one back, trying to get their first sweep to continue on here in game number 5. Shot's going to go on net here. Nice save there by Fusion. Going to put it out back towards the other side, but not really great quality clears so far for St. Clair here, and I feel like that's really why they've struggled in this one. They haven't been able to get those nice clears past half. A lot of times when they clear the ball, it is just to the corners, and it means the cycle continues for Stockton to put on that offensive pressure. They need to start pushing this ball out towards midfield where they can get opportunities to try and score on this net, because you only have 30 seconds left.
Yeah, it all comes down to this, John. 25, times of the essence. It's the time something that's never going to stop ticking there for you. So it's constantly going to be up there at the top. And, with this being said, you can definitely tell that St. Clair is getting into a stressful time here now to try to find this back in the net. Fusion going to try to deke that opponent there, but not going to go. Going to be sent towards that corner. And if Stockton gets a clear here, it's massive for them. So Comp doing a good job taking it off the roof, but that is going to be it past the defender. And honestly, that should probably clean us up game here now. Unless St. Clair can make something crazy happen and not let this one touch the ground, it's going to close things out. But right here, that is going to call us a game here now, John. That is going to be a 4-1 series score in favor of Stockton. A very tough one at that from St. Clair, but I think Stockton's on on another level right now. Like something like if Stockton plays like this throughout all of playoffs, I think they clean up NACE and they actually win it out here. That's a very big surprise because Stockton wasn't like, they've always been a top team, but nothing like that special that we just saw.
Seeds be damned. It doesn't matter where you're
Yep.
placed. If you are here on the day, if you perform well, it doesn't matter what your regular season looked
Playoffs
like.
is all about.
Playoffs is playoffs, and this is where you can clutch up and you can move yourself further. And St. Clair going to be dropping to the lower bracket here. Unfortunately, they will be still in this tournament, but they're going to fight their way through the lower bracket to get up here. Stockton going to move on in winners and beating St. Clair, beating Akron. These are huge achievements, and moving forward, it's not even like they're close series, right? Like, you 4-0'd Akron, you 4-1 St. Clair. Like, these were dominant series for them where Top Cheese just popped off in every single game. Really, even the goals that he didn't score, he had such huge impacts on. He was either demoing the goalie, or he was moving them out of the way, or he was making beautiful passes. So for me, Top Cheese this series looked incredible, and St. Clair just really didn't have an answer for him.
Yeah, it really came down to that. And like I was saying, I'd like to see just a little bit more of the aggression from the Saints there. Obviously, they're better players than me and you here, but
Yeah, that's for sure.
just from looking at it from our point of view, it just seems as if the St. Clair aggression kind of fell off from per usual, and their defense was just a little bit behind or something. Like, I'm not exactly sure. Like, their defense was still pretty solid. Like, they were only letting one goals in.
Yeah, the last two games, there's only one goal game.
It's just they really are scared to like overcommit on the offense, I think, as much anymore lately. They've been really trying to stop these over rotations, but with them trying to stop these over rotations, it's not allowing them as many opportunities or what. I don't know exactly what it is in depth, but they're going to lose to Stockton there. Stockton, they just played very well. Got to give credit to where it's due, right? And they're going to move on now to the NACE semifinals. I think St. Clair is going to drop to like NACE losers round like 4 or 5.
Somewhere in the lower
something
bracket.
It's something like around 3, 4 above, but we are going to drop there pretty deep in the losers bracket, so still a bit to go, as there is a lot of teams here in the NACE Rocket League playoffs. But nonetheless, I was actually wondering if there is any update on the COD game. Well, we were on here doing some Rocket League. I don't know if it's going to happen. No updates on that one, but I mean, I'm going to be pretty interested to see what's happened there after that one.
For sure.
I say post it on the Saints Gaming CA socials there if you guys want to stay posted on all of that. But with that being said, we are going to close things up here, and we're going to give a quick little shout out and a thank you to our sponsors here. Starting us off will be Crunchyroll. They're going to be new to us this semester, and we're very happy to have them underneath us. Going to be essentially like the Netflix of anime here is Crunchyroll, so you guys can get your 14-day premium trial for free at crunchyroll.com/Saints. And once again, if you're interested, 14-day premium trial for free at crunchyroll.com/Saints. And thank you to all other sponsors as well, as we won't be able to put on broadcasts like this without them. So thank you as well to the Tim Hortons, the Subway, the St. Clair SRC, and the St. Clair Zekelman School of Business as well. Like I was saying, wouldn't be able to do it without any of them. And as you viewers as well, thank you for tuning in. Wouldn't be able to put on these broadcasts without all the support from you guys. And I mean, what about the merch, John? I know you got the mask on right now. We are like flip-flopped right now. You know, I got the jacket, you got the mask.
We got one whole matching set all together, but you can get yourself a matching set, acquire.ca/Saints. We got t-shirts, hoodies, jackets, crew necks, whatever you want, we got it there. You can get yourself a custom jersey, which are very, very cool. I know people who have got them have given rave reviews about them, and it feels like you connect to the St. Clair better than ever. So acquire.ca/Saints. You can check it out there. Get yourself some merch. Get ready for the rest of the playoffs here, because we are in playoffs time, but looking forward to a new semester sometime soon as well. It's very, very exciting time for St. Clair.
Yeah, I mean, it's chaotic to say the least here right now. As you guys can tell on the broadcast tonight. Okay, we start with League of Legends. Technical difficulties right off the bat. Tough one there. Okay, we advance then into Call of Duty. Technical difficulties, delay of games, stuff like that. Instantly push that one back. Okay, switch into Rocket League. Into Rocket League here now. And then guess what? We thought we were playing Akron. We're playing Stockton in here. Yeah. What a night it's been here of NACE Star League and NACC playoffs. But I'm so happy to be a part of it anyways. And, I'm loving the playoff vibes here. I love all the action coming through, all the intensity from all these teams. Everybody so kind of like, what's the word for it? They're like very focused up, and they're very, into the games here right now. And I'm very excited of all the collegiate esports coming here and coming to an end for this winter break here coming up. And very excited to see how things continue to get played out.
And I want to give a shout out to Dan. Obviously, it's been a very, very stressful day, but he's handled it masterfully. And I got to thank him for doing his best. Astronomically better than we could have ever handled it. So shout out to Dan behind the desk here, directing, observing everything he's done. Thank you very much. And we love the fact that you do this, and we're very appreciative of it. All of us as casters and other production members, you're the best, and we hope you keep doing it for a very long time, because we love it.
Yes, for sure. So with that being said, St. Clair Saints going to drop to the losers bracket. They are now in NACE Star League Rocket League playoffs, and that will wrap up our broadcast for this evening. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name was Jackson the Pride Brown, joined alongside John Bangs Udima. You guys are watching St. Clair Saints Esports. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys all on the next one. I believe that's going to be tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow at noon, I believe it is.
Yep.
So catch us then. Stay tuned in, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all, and we'll see you all later.